Newark, New Jersey, frequently finds itself under scrutiny for its substantial issues with waste management, high crime rates, and overall dissatisfaction among its residents regarding cleanliness and municipal services. The city's reputation as one of the dirtiest cities in the United States is bolstered by a range of persistent problems, including inadequate garbage disposal systems, severe pollution, and water quality concerns. When you think of America, it's easy to imagine a country that seems flawless, standing on a pedestal of prosperity and cleanliness. However, the reality is quite different. The United States, despite its image of perfection, grapples with a host of significant issues, and some of its cities face serious cleanliness challenges that are nothing short of shocking. According to studies conducted in 2018, the United States, which makes up just 4% of the global population, is responsible for generating over 12% of the world's total waste. This staggering statistic highlights a critical problem: the sheer volume of waste produced and the challenges in managing it. In a single year, the country disposed of more than 292 million tons of municipal solid waste. This category of waste includes a wide range of materials discarded by various sources, including households, businesses, and institutions like universities and libraries. The enormity of this waste problem underscores a significant environmental and public health concern. Despite efforts to improve waste management practices, the volume of waste generated continues to pose challenges in maintaining clean and healthy living environments. Today, we are going to delve into one of the most pressing issues related to urban living in the United States: the cleanliness of its cities. From severe waste management problems to persistent pollution issues, some cities are struggling with conditions so dire that it makes you wonder how residents cope with daily life. Join us as we explore the top 10 dirtiest cities in the United States, shedding light on the challenges they face and the impact on their inhabitants. Number 2, Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey frequently finds itself under scrutiny for its substantial issues with waste management, high crime rates, and overall dissatisfaction among its residents regarding cleanliness and municipal services. The city's reputation as one of the dirtiest cities in the United States is bolstered by a range of persistent problems, including inadequate garbage disposal systems, severe pollution, and water quality concerns. Waste management in Newark is a particularly pressing issue. The city ranks poorly in this regard, with only 39 of residents expressing satisfaction with the waste disposal services provided. This dissatisfaction is reflected in the visible accumulation of trash in numerous neighborhoods across the city. Overflowing garbage bins and litter strewn about public spaces and residential areas contribute to a bleak urban landscape that detracts from the city's overall appearance and poses significant health risks. The challenge is compounded by the city's inability to effectively manage the sheer volume of waste produced by its dense population. Inadequate garbage collection and infrequent service contribute to ongoing issues with trash and debris, creating an environment where cleanliness is hard to maintain. Compounding Newark's waste management woes are its serious water quality problems. The city ranks 178th out of 200 major cities in the United States in terms of water quality, highlighting severe issues with pollution and contamination. High levels of pollutants in the drinking water supply have raised concerns about the safety and health implications for residents. Despite ongoing efforts to address water pollution and upgrade the city's aging infrastructure, progress has been slow. The financial constraints and outdated systems pose substantial barriers to effectively improving the quality of the water supply, leaving many residents concerned about the safety of their drinking water and the overall state of public health. Newark's challenges extend beyond waste and water quality to include issues of public safety. High crime rates, including frequent car thefts, contribute to the city's negative reputation. Stories of widespread theft and other crimes are often highlighted during city council meetings, underscoring perceptions of inadequate safety and security. Whether or not these anecdotes are always accurate, they reflect a broader concern about crime and safety that impacts residents' confidence in city services and their quality of life. The combination of high crime rates, poor waste management, and problematic water quality contributes to a pervasive sense of dissatisfaction among Newark's residents. Addressing these issues requires a multifaceted approach involving concerted efforts from local government, community organizations, and residents. Improvements in waste management practices, such as more efficient garbage collection and enhanced recycling programs, are essential. Upgrading the city's water infrastructure to address contamination and ensure a safe drinking water supply is crucial. Additionally, implementing effective crime prevention strategies and enhancing public safety measures are vital to improving residents' quality of life. In summary, Newark's environmental and cleanliness challenges are deeply interwoven with its broader issues of public safety and infrastructure. Creating a cleaner and safer environment for all Newark residents necessitates comprehensive action across multiple fronts, including better waste management, water quality improvements, and enhanced safety measures. Collaborative efforts from all sectors of the community are essential to address these issues and foster a more positive and sustainable urban environment. Not stopping there, America still has many big cities that are very dirty. Let's continue watching the video to see which cities there are. Please like if you find this video interesting. Number 9, Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles is widely recognized for its severe air pollution issues, which are among the most acute in the United States. The city's struggles with smog and high levels of particulate matter are emblematic of its ongoing environmental challenges. With a population that exceeds 4 million people and a significant number of vehicles on the road, the city's air quality suffers from elevated emissions of nitrogen oxides and volatile organic compounds. These pollutants contribute to the formation of ground-level ozone and smog, which plague the region year-round. One of the primary drivers of Los Angeles air quality issues is its notorious traffic congestion. The city's extensive freeway system often experiences long periods of idling, with cars and trucks stuck in traffic jams that can stretch for miles. This constant idling releases large amounts of pollutants into the atmosphere, exacerbating the already poor air quality. Los Angeles averages over 90 high ozone days annually, during which the air quality reaches unhealthy levels due to elevated concentrations of ozone. These high ozone days not only affect the city's environment, but also pose serious health risks to residents, including exacerbating asthma, causing respiratory issues, and increasing the risk of cardiovascular diseases. The city's waste management system faces significant challenges, further compounding Los Angeles' environmental problems. Despite efforts to improve garbage collection and recycling programs, the sheer volume of waste generated by the city's large and diverse population remains a substantial challenge. Los Angeles produces thousands of tons of waste daily, much of which ends up in landfills. The city's waste management infrastructure struggles to keep pace with this demand, leading to frequent issues with garbage collection. Overflowing trash bins and litter in public spaces are common sights, and efforts to address these problems are ongoing, but often insufficient given the scale of the issue. In addition to waste management problems, Los Angeles also contends with significant pest infestations. The accumulation of trash and waste in various parts of the city provides ample breeding grounds for pests such as rats and cockroaches. These infestations not only create unsightly conditions, but also pose public health risks, as pests can spread diseases and contaminate food supplies. Efforts to mitigate these environmental challenges include various initiatives aimed at improving air quality and enhancing waste management practices. The city has implemented regulations to reduce vehicle emissions, promoted the use of electric vehicles, and invested in public transportation improvements. Additionally, there are ongoing programs designed to increase recycling rates and reduce waste. However, the effectiveness of these measures is often limited by the city's vast size, high population density, and ongoing economic pressures. In summary, Los Angeles faces a complex set of environmental challenges that include severe air pollution, waste management difficulties, and pest infestations. Addressing these issues requires a multifaceted approach, including stricter pollution controls, improved waste management practices, and enhanced public awareness and involvement. While efforts are underway to tackle these problems, the city's size and population present ongoing hurdles that make achieving substantial improvements a continuous and evolving challenge. Do you know any other cities in the America? Comment below this video. Guess which city is number 1. Number at San Bernardino, California. San Bernardino, California, grapples with some of the most severe air quality issues in the United States, earning dismal grades for particle pollution from the American Lung Association. Despite ongoing efforts to mitigate pollution, San Bernardino's air quality remains alarmingly poor due to a combination of dense population, industrial activities, and geographic factors. Although San Bernardino is technically outside the Los Angeles metropolitan area, it suffers from many of the same air quality challenges as its larger neighbor. In fact, the air quality in San Bernardino is often worse than that of Los Angeles, with the American Lung Association assigning it an F grade for particle pollution. If an F- were possible, San Bernardino would likely have received it. One of the primary issues contributing to the city's poor air quality is the inadequate implementation of measures designed to ensure clean air. Despite various initiatives aimed at reducing pollution, the region continues to experience unacceptably high levels of air contamination. San Bernardino is plagued by over 100 high ozone days each year, which means that the air quality is often dangerously poor, posing significant health risks to residents. The geographical location of San Bernardino exacerbates these air quality problems. The city is situated in a valley surrounded by mountains, which acts as a natural barrier that traps pollutants and prevents them from dispersing. This valley effect creates a persistent layer of smog that lingers over the city, making the air quality even worse. Combined with emissions from vehicles, factories, and other sources, this trapped pollution contributes to the city's chronic air quality issue. The health implications of living in such a polluted environment are severe. Residents of San Bernardino face elevated risks of respiratory illnesses, including asthma, as well as cardiovascular diseases due to prolonged exposure to polluted air. The ongoing health impacts are a direct result of the persistent exposure to high levels of particulate matter and ground-level ozone, both of which are detrimental to public health. Industrial activities in San Bernardino play a major role in the city's air pollution. The presence of numerous factories and warehouses contributes significantly to the high levels of pollutants in the air. These facilities emit substantial amounts of particulate matter, nitrogen oxides, and other harmful substances, which not only contribute to smog, but also exacerbate the formation of ground-level ozone. Although there are regulations intended to reduce industrial emissions, enforcement of these regulations is often insufficient. Many industrial operations continue to emit pollutants without adequate pollution control measures in place. Transportation also contributes heavily to San Bernardino's air pollution problems. The city's reliance on cars and trucks for both commuting and the transportation of goods results in high levels of vehicle emissions. Although there are initiatives to promote cleaner vehicles, such as the adoption of electric cars and improvements in public transportation infrastructure, these efforts have not yet reached a scale sufficient to make a significant impact. Traffic congestion further complicates the situation, as idling vehicles contribute to the accumulation of pollutants in the already contaminated air. In addition to air pollution, San Bernardino faces significant challenges with waste management. The city's high population density and industrial activities generate large amounts of waste, overwhelming the existing infrastructure. The resulting strain on waste management services leads to frequent issues with illegal dumping and littering, further contributing to the city's cleanliness problems. The combination of inadequate waste management and persistent air pollution creates a challenging environment for residents and underscores the need for more effective solutions to address these issues. In summary, San Bernardino's air quality and waste management challenges are deeply intertwined, driven by both natural and human factors. Addressing these problems requires a multifaceted approach, including stronger enforcement of pollution regulations, improvements in waste management infrastructure, and increased efforts to reduce emissions from industrial and transportation sources. The city's ongoing struggles highlight the need for comprehensive strategies to improve both air quality and overall cleanliness. Number 6. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania might not immediately come to mind when you think of the dirtiest cities in America, but a closer look reveals some startling realities, particularly in neighborhoods like Kensington. This area, in particular, often feels like something out of a dystopian film. Reminiscent of scenes from The Walking Dead or Mad Max, Philadelphia grapples with severe cleanliness issues that extend far beyond mere appearances, reflecting deep-seated problems in waste management, pollution, and infrastructure. Kensington is notorious for its extreme levels of littering and waste accumulation. The situation is so dire that referring to Kensington as just a whole would be an understatement. The area is plagued by an alarming frequency of littering incidents, with reports indicating that up to 16 of residents have witnessed severe littering practices, such as people dumping entire trash cans onto streets or trucks unloading garbage into vacant lots. This level of dumping goes beyond occasional acts of negligence. It's indicative of a pervasive culture of disregard for cleanliness and proper waste disposal. Philadelphia's challenges extend beyond Kensington and affect the city as a whole. The city's waste management system is stretched thin, struggling to keep pace with the high volume of trash generated by its residents. Much of the city's infrastructure dates back to the 18th and 19th centuries, and it is ill-equipped to handle the modern demands of a major metropolitan area. This outdated infrastructure frequently leads to overflows and backups in the sanitation system, compounding the city's cleanliness issues and leading to unsightly and unsanitary conditions. The city's air quality is another pressing concern. Philadelphia's high levels of industrial activity, combined with significant vehicle emissions, contribute to severe air pollution. The resulting air quality issues have a direct impact on public health, with residents frequently experiencing respiratory problems and other health conditions linked to polluted air. Despite ongoing efforts to improve air quality through regulations on industrial emissions and initiatives to promote public transportation, these measures have yet to make a substantial difference in the city's air quality. In addition to waste and air pollution, Philadelphia's water quality is also a major issue. The city ranks 146th out of 200 cities in terms of water quality, a troubling statistic that reflects ongoing problems with contamination from industrial and urban runoff. This contamination poses significant health risks to residents and complicates efforts to provide clean and safe drinking water. The presence of pollutants in the water supply not only affects the health of the population, but also undermines confidence in the city's ability to ensure a fundamental necessity of life. The rodent infestation problem in Philadelphia further underscores the city's cleanliness challenges. The high volume of litter and waste provides ample food sources for rodents, leading to a significant rodent population. These pests contribute to the unsightly appearance of many neighborhoods and pose serious public health risks, as they can carry diseases and contaminate food supplies. In summary, Philadelphia's cleanliness issues are multifaceted and deeply entrenched. From inadequate waste management and outdated infrastructure to severe air and water pollution, the city faces significant challenges in maintaining a clean and healthy environment. Addressing these problems requires comprehensive efforts, including modernizing infrastructure, improving waste management practices, enhancing air and water quality, and tackling the rodent infestation. While Philadelphia is working on various initiatives to address these issues, the scale of the problem indicates that substantial and sustained efforts will be necessary to bring about meaningful improvement. Houston, Texas finds itself high on the list of dirtiest cities, primarily due to its lack of effective zoning laws, which have resulted in a chaotic and often troubling mixture of industrial and residential areas. This absence of zoning creates a stark juxtaposition in the urban landscape. You can encounter trash-strewn streets adjacent to sprawling industrial complexes, while just a few blocks away, upscale condominiums stand in stark contrast. This haphazard mixing of different land uses contributes significantly to both pollution and unsightly conditions throughout the city. The lack of zoning not only results in visual disarray, but also exacerbates pollution problems. Houston is home to numerous oil refineries and chemical plants, many of which release substantial amounts of pollutants into the air. The city's position along key industrial corridors, such as around Interstate 45 leading towards Galveston, highlights this issue. For instance, Texas City, located to the right of Houston on the map, is heavily dominated by extensive refinery and chemical plant operations. These industrial activities stretch up to Houston and along the water, where train yards, docks, and other pollution sources further contribute to contamination of the air, water, and ground. Houston's environmental footprint was significant. The city emits approximately 683 million metric tons of carbon dioxide annually, placing it among the top polluters in the United States. This high level of emissions reflects the broader issue of pollution in the city. The combination of industrial activities and a lack of zoning results in air quality that is frequently poor, with elevated levels of pollutants such as nitrogen dioxide and particulate matter. These pollutants pose serious health risks to residents, leading to respiratory problems and other chronic health conditions. The impact of such pollution is further exacerbated by the inconsistent and often inadequate waste management practices across the water pollution is another critical concern in Houston. The proximity of industrial complexes to residential areas means that pollutants from factories and refineries can easily migrate into local water sources. This contamination affects both human health and the local ecosystem. Pollutants in the water supply can lead to serious health issues for residents and disrupt the ecological balance, making it crucial for the city to take significant action to address these problems. Moreover, Houston's sprawling nature and extensive highway network contribute to the difficulty of implementing effective waste management systems. The city's vast and varied landscape complicates efforts to manage waste effectively, leading to frequent problems with illegal dumping and littering. The lack of centralized urban planning means that waste management practices are often inconsistent, and public sanitation efforts struggle to keep pace with the demands of such a diverse and rapidly growing urban area. Addressing these issues requires a multifaceted approach. Public awareness campaigns are essential to educate residents about proper waste disposal and the environmental impact of littering. Stricter enforcement of waste disposal regulations and increased investment in waste management infrastructure are also critical. Improving zoning laws and urban planning can help mitigate the environmental impact of industrial activities and ensure more consistent and effective waste management practices. Only by tackling these issues comprehensively can Houston hope to reduce its environmental footprint and improve the overall quality of life for its residents. Number 5. Michigan. Detroit, Michigan faces a range of significant environmental challenges that have earned it a reputation as one of the dirtiest cities in the United States. Among these issues are notably poor water quality and waste management problems, which are deeply intertwined with the city's historical economic struggles and industrial activities. Detroit's water quality issues are particularly severe. The city's aging water infrastructure is plagued by frequent contamination problems, resulting in Detroit ranking a concerning 175th out of 200 major cities in terms of water quality. A major aspect of this crisis is lead contamination, which is prevalent in many of the city's older homes and buildings. This persistent lead issue poses serious health risks to residents, including developmental problems in children and various chronic health conditions in adults. The safety of the water supply is compromised, making it crucial for Detroit to invest heavily in updating its water infrastructure and implementing stricter regulatory measures to ensure safe drinking water for all its residents. Compounding these water quality issues are the city's broader waste management challenges. Detroit has been grappling with these problems for years, exacerbated by the economic decline that has led to reduced funding for public sanitation services. This financial strain has resulted in increased litter and illegal dumping across the city. Abandoned buildings and vacant lots, common sites throughout Detroit, often become unofficial dumping grounds for trash and hazardous waste. This not only contributes to the city's overall cleanliness problems, but also poses additional environmental and health risks. The lack of adequate waste disposal facilities and the difficulty in maintaining regular sanitation services further exacerbate these issues. Despite these challenges, Detroit is in the midst of a resurgence. Efforts to revitalize the city's economy and infrastructure are underway, aiming to address both the economic and environmental issues that have plagued it for decades. New initiatives to attract businesses, improve living conditions, and upgrade city services are promising, but the impact of decades of neglect and decline cannot be reversed quickly. The city's efforts to clean up and rebuild are ongoing, with some positive developments emerging, yet substantial obstacles remain. One of the critical areas that requires immediate attention is the improvement of waste management systems. Modernizing waste disposal and recycling facilities is essential to managing the large volumes of waste generated by the city. Increasing public awareness about proper waste disposal practices and enforcing regulations against illegal dumping are also crucial steps in tackling Detroit's cleanliness challenges. Community involvement and support play a vital role in these efforts, as residents are key to maintaining neighborhood cleanliness and reporting sanitation issues. Engaging the community in these efforts can help foster a culture of responsibility and stewardship toward the city's environment. In summary, Detroit's environmental challenges are a complex mix of historical economic decline, aging infrastructure, and insufficient waste management practices. While the city's ongoing revitalization efforts offer hope for improvement, significant work remains to address the water quality issues and enhance waste management systems. With continued investment, community involvement, and strategic planning, Detroit can work towards overcoming its cleanliness challenges and achieving a healthier, more sustainable environment for its residents. Number 4. New York City, New York. New York City stands out as a prominent example of a city grappling with significant cleanliness issues, largely due to its massive population and the corresponding waste management challenges that arise from it. With a population exceeding 8 million residents, New York City generates an astounding amount of waste, placing immense pressure on its waste disposal infrastructure and contributing to widespread environmental and public health problems. Every day, New York City produces approximately 177,000 tons of trash, a staggering volume that overwhelms the city's sanitation services. Despite robust recycling efforts and various initiatives aimed at waste reduction, the sheer quantity of waste remains a formidable challenge. The city's waste management infrastructure is under constant strain, struggling to keep up with the high demand for garbage collection and disposal. This ongoing pressure results in frequent delays and issues with the timely removal of refuse, leading to persistent litter problems in many areas. The accumulation of garbage and food waste in public spaces not only detracts from the city's aesthetic appeal, but also creates ideal conditions for pest infestations. Rats and cockroaches are pervasive issues in New York City, with the city's extensive garbage and waste providing ample food sources and breeding grounds for these pests. Estimates suggest that there are around 2 million rats living in the city, further exacerbating the cleanliness issues and posing serious health risks. These rodents not only contribute to an unsightly environment, but also carry diseases that can affect residents, and they can contaminate food sources, adding to public health concerns. In addition to pest problems, New York City faces significant air quality challenges. The city's high population density and heavy traffic contribute to elevated levels of air pollutants, such as nitrogen dioxide and particulate matter. These pollutants are byproducts of vehicle emissions and industrial activities, and they have been linked to a range of health issues, including respiratory problems, cardiovascular diseases, and other chronic conditions. The city has made efforts to address air pollution through regulations aimed at reducing vehicle emissions and initiatives to increase green spaces, but the scale of the problem remains daunting. The combination of high traffic volume, industrial activities, and a large population contributes to persistent air quality concerns. The difficulties in maintaining cleanliness are particularly evident in densely populated neighborhoods, where the high volume of people and activities can lead to significant litter accumulation. While iconic locations such as Times Square and Central Park receive meticulous attention and maintenance, many residential and less tourist-oriented areas struggle with waste management issues. The city's efforts to keep streets clean through regular street cleaning and public awareness campaigns are often challenged by the sheer volume of waste and the constant influx of people. In summary, New York City's status as one of the dirtiest cities in the United States is a result of its enormous waste production, persistent pest problems, and significant air quality issues. The challenges are compounded by the city's vast population and the high demand for effective sanitation and waste management services. While there are ongoing efforts to address these issues, the scale of New York City's cleanliness challenges highlights the need for continued innovation and improvement in waste management practices and environmental policies. Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona is grappling with a range of significant environmental challenges, exacerbated by its extreme heat, which intensifies its air pollution issues and contributes to its reputation as one of the dirtiest cities in the United States. The city's high temperatures are a major factor in its severe air pollution problems, particularly with regard to ozone levels. Ozone, a key component of smog, forms when other pollutants, such as nitrogen oxides and volatile organic compounds, react with sunlight. Their action results in high ozone concentrations, which pose serious health risks. Residents face increased risks of developing asthma, respiratory illnesses, and cardiovascular diseases due to the elevated ozone levels. The ozone pollution in Phoenix is substantial, with the city averaging over 30 high ozone days per year. This figure starkly contrasts with San Diego, a city of similar size, which experiences only about 7 high ozone days annually. The frequent high ozone days in Phoenix are particularly concerning for vulnerable populations, including children, the elderly, and individuals with pre-existing health conditions who are more susceptible to the adverse effects of poor air quality. In addition to air pollution, Phoenix faces considerable difficulties with waste management. The city's waste management system is struggling to keep pace with the increasing volume of waste generated by its residents and businesses. As a result, many areas, including streets, parks, and public spaces, suffer from visible trash accumulation and litter problems. This not only impacts the city's aesthetic appeal, but also negatively affects the quality of life for its residents. The challenges in waste management are further compounded by the city's issues with pest infestations. The accumulation of waste and litter creates breeding grounds for pests, exacerbating sanitation problems and contributing to an overall sense of disorder. Phoenix's recycling efforts also fall short of achieving the desired impact. Although various initiatives and programs have been established to promote recycling, the city has not reached optimal levels of participation or effectiveness. A significant amount of recyclable materials end up in landfills rather than being processed and reused, which exacerbates the city's waste management challenges. To improve the situation, Phoenix needs to enhance its recycling infrastructure, increase public participation in recycling programs, and implement more effective waste diversion strategies. Moreover, the city has a substantial homeless population, which further complicates its public sanitation issues. The lack of sufficient shelter and sanitation facilities for homeless individuals leads to increased litter and waste in public areas. The situation underscores the need for more comprehensive efforts to address homelessness and improve resource allocation for those in need. Providing adequate shelter and sanitation facilities is crucial for mitigating the negative impacts on public cleanliness and overall public health. Addressing Phoenix environmental and sanitation challenges requires a multifaceted approach, including improved waste management practices, enhanced recycling efforts, and more effective support for the homeless population. By tackling these issues comprehensively, Phoenix can work towards creating a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable urban environment for its residents. Number 2, San Francisco, California. San Francisco, California is grappling with a series of significant cleanliness challenges that have increasingly become a focal point of concern. Central to these issues is the city's substantial homeless population, which numbers over 8. This situation has given rise to severe littering and unsanitary conditions, particularly in certain neighborhoods, such as the Tenderloin and Central Business Districts. These areas are notorious for their cleanliness problems, marked by widespread litter and hazardous waste, which severely hampers the city's efforts to maintain clean streets and public spaces. The Tenderloin, for instance, is a particularly problematic area where residents and visitors must navigate the streets with heightened caution due to the risk of encountering dangerous debris, including discarded needles and human waste. Despite continuous efforts by city workers, volunteers, and various cleanup initiatives, San Francisco struggles to maintain cleanliness. The city's waste management system is often overwhelmed by the sheer volume of waste generated, coupled with the challenge of managing it effectively. The daily accumulation of trash and hazardous waste in these areas often surpasses the cleanup efforts, resulting in persistent issues with litter and sanitation. Beyond the visible litter and waste issues, San Francisco faces notable challenges with its water quality. The city ranks 166 out of the top 200 cities in the United States for water quality, reflecting serious ongoing issues with pollution and inadequate water management practices. Contaminants in the water supply present significant health risks to residents and complicate the provision of clean, safe drinking water. These water quality problems underscore the broader difficulties the city faces in managing its environmental resources. The cleanliness issues in San Francisco are further exacerbated by geographic and economic challenges. The high cost of living and limited affordable housing options have contributed to a deepening homelessness crisis. Many individuals without stable housing are left with limited access to sanitation facilities, which in turn exacerbates the problem of litter and waste on the streets. This creates a vicious cycle where inadequate housing contributes to increased litter, which further complicates efforts to maintain cleanliness. Moreover, the city's public sanitation efforts are often impeded by bureaucratic and logistical obstacles. While various programs and initiatives are in place to tackle homelessness and improve cleanliness, the scale of the problem frequently exceeds the available resources and solutions. As a result, San Francisco, despite its many attractions and cultural landmarks, finds itself struggling to provide a clean and healthy environment for all its residents and visitors. The city's challenges are a stark reminder that even locations known for their global appeal and economic vitality must confront and address complex urban and environmental issues. Number 1. Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada, renowned for its vibrant nightlife and the often questionable moral boundaries that come with its entertainment-driven culture, faces a range of pressing environmental issues that are not as visible as its flashy lights. Despite its reputation for glitz and glamour, the city struggles significantly with waste management and air pollution problems, which are both alarming and complex. One of the most pressing concerns is the city's waste management crisis. The sheer volume of waste generated by Las Vegas is staggering. On a daily basis, Las Vegas produces over 15,000 tons of waste, which, despite having only a quarter of the population of Los Angeles, is half of what the much larger city disposes of. This figure is even more troubling when considering it excludes recycled materials and pertains only to the city proper, not the entire metropolitan area. The high waste production underscores the severe strain on the city's waste management infrastructure. The constant influx of tourists adds to the waste burden, creating an ongoing challenge for effective garbage disposal and recycling efforts. The city's waste management systems struggle to keep pace with this enormous demand, leading to frequent issues with overflowing trash bins and poorly managed landfills. In addition to waste management, air pollution is another significant environmental challenge for Las Vegas. The city is plagued by high levels of nitrogen dioxide, a pollutant primarily produced by vehicles and industrial activities. This contributes to a deteriorated air quality that poses serious health risks to both residents and visitors. The pollution not only affects the respiratory health of those living in the city, but also exacerbates other health issues, including cardiovascular problems and exacerbation of pre-existing conditions. Efforts to combat air pollution in Las Vegas have been undertaken, but the effectiveness of these measures is often hindered by the city's unique environmental and industrial landscape, which includes a high concentration of traffic and industrial activities. Overall, the environmental challenges facing Las Vegas are a stark reminder that even cities known for their entertainment and economic impact can struggle with significant issues. The combination of high waste production and severe air pollution highlights the urgent need for more effective waste management strategies and stricter air quality regulations. Addressing these problems requires not only improved infrastructure, but also a concerted effort from both city officials and residents to implement and adhere to sustainable practices. Above, we have known the top 10 dirtiest cities in America. Here are the top 10 cleanest cities in America. When you think of the cleanest cities in America, Honolulu, Hawaii, is certainly at the top of the list with its well-maintained streets and pristine environment. Known not only for its natural beauty, but also for its effective waste management and recycling programs, Honolulu stands out. Similarly, San Diego, California, is praised for its clean streets and beautiful beaches, thanks to significant investments in waste management and recycling initiatives. Seattle, Washington, is another prime example of commitment to cleanliness, with its robust waste management and recycling systems and active community participation in maintaining public spaces. Portland, Oregon, shines with its environmentally friendly policies and extensive recycling programs, creating a clean and orderly urban environment. Minneapolis, Minnesota, also deserves recognition for its efficient waste management system and community involvement in keeping the city clean. Denver, Colorado, stands out with its comprehensive waste management programs and well-maintained green spaces, making it a notable entry on this list. Austin, Texas, not only boasts clean streets but also reflects the city's commitment to reducing waste and promoting sustainable environmental practices. Virginia Beach, Virginia, maintains high cleanliness standards, especially along its beautiful coastline, thanks to effective waste management programs and community efforts. Salt Lake City, Utah, is known for its clean streets and effective waste management system, focusing on air quality and pollution reduction. Lastly, Madison, Wisconsin, features strong recycling and waste management programs with active community involvement contributing to its clean and environmentally friendly reputation. These cities exemplify strong commitment to maintaining cleanliness and sustainability, showcasing effective waste management practices and environmental protection. As we've delved into today's topic, it's clear that the environmental challenges faced by these cities are complex and multifaceted. From the industrial pollution clouding Houston's skies to the mounting trash issues plaguing New York City, the reality of urban cleanliness extends beyond surface-level appearances. These cities grapple with significant hurdles such as inadequate waste management systems, high pollution levels, and inconsistent public sanitation efforts, all of which impact the quality of life for their residents. Understanding these issues in depth is crucial for driving change and fostering improvements in urban planning and environmental policies. While the problems may seem daunting, raising awareness and advocating for better practices can make a substantial difference. The insights gained from examining these cities not only shed light on the pressing issues, but also underscore the need for collective action and innovative solutions. If this video provided you with valuable insights and sparked your curiosity about the environmental challenges in urban areas, please take a moment to like and share it with your friends and family. Your support is vital in helping us continue to create content that informs and inspires change. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated on future videos that explore important topics and current issues. Hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Together, let's stay informed and work towards a cleaner, healthier future for all.